Hello everyone, Dr. Angela here with a quick tutorial on how to increase your protein content and how to decrease your carbohydrate content for your breakfast cereal. So as an example, today we're using rice bubbles. And here in this bowl, I have created a serving of rice bubbles that typically has 35 grams in a serving. Now in that serving, it does contain 2.6 grams of protein, 29.8 grams of carbohydrates, 0.8 grams of fiber, and 0.5 grams of fat. And I've also combined it with 100 mils of this lactose-free milk. And the macros on that one include 3.3 grams of protein, 4.8 grams of carbohydrates, and 3.4 grams of fat. So when combined, this bowl of rice bubbles mixed with the lactose-free milk contains 5.9 grams of protein, 34.6 grams of carbs, and 3.9 grams of fat. And you might be thinking, why are you recommending rice bubbles with milk for breakfast? That is not a very high protein option. That is not a very good weight loss option. And it's true that a lot of patients say to me, are rice bubbles, are cereals completely off the menu when it comes to the weight loss journey? And the answer is that everything can be enjoyed in moderation. It's just about the frequency and the portion size. So I'm going to teach you how you can slightly adjust the macros by using a protein source. And by protein source, you can use something like a protein powder, such as whey or soy or collagen or a high protein meal replacement shake. In today's example, I actually used my own high protein meal replacement shake in a vanilla flavor. And the reason why I do vanilla is so that it's like a milk substitute. So what I've done here is I've used the Enlighten Me shake in vanilla flavor, which does have 32.4 grams of protein and only 5.5 grams of carbohydrates per serve. And what I've done is I've only used a half serving because a lot of people ask me, am I able to skip breakfast if I'm not feeling very hungry? But then I often get very ravenous towards lunchtime and I overeat towards afternoon tea and towards dinner time. It's better to start the day, have a source of protein, and to also eat a bit more balanced throughout the day, even if you're having something small to get the metabolism going. So what I've created here is a half serving. Instead of 2 scoops, which is a 55 gram serving with 300 mils, we've just created a half serving, which is 1 scoop with 150 mils and sprinkled on half of a scoop. So we've used a spare scooper to measure up half a scoop of rice bubbles, which ends up being a 6.5 gram serving. So with that in mind, a half scoop serving of the rice bubbles ends up having 0.46 grams of protein, 5.36 grams of carbs, so we've greatly reduced the carbohydrate content, and 0.09 grams of fat. And because we've used the vanilla flavored Enlighten Me shake, which is high in protein, a half serving of that already contains 16.2 grams of protein with only 2.25 grams of carbohydrates. So when we combine these two together, instead of having 5.9 grams of protein, we now have 16.6 grams of protein, more than triple. Instead of 34.6 grams of carbohydrates, we now have 7.6 grams of carbohydrates, less than a third. And instead of 3.9 grams of fat, we now have 2.5 grams of fat. So you can kind of see how you can still enjoy rice bubbles. It doesn't have to be completely removed as an option. It's just about the serving size, and that way you can still enjoy the taste, you can still enjoy the texture, and it also changes up your meal replacement shake from being the same every single day. This demonstration also shows you how you can enjoy your meal replacement shakes as a snack size as well for when you're not feeling particularly hungry. So I hope that today's little video has been helpful in showing you how you can, number one, still enjoy cereal as breakfast option. Number two, adjust the macros on your cereals so that you can have a higher protein, lower carb option without necessarily having to fork out the price for a high protein cereal, so you can still enjoy your regular cereals. And number three, how you can titrate a meal replacement shake to have a smaller portion size if you're not necessarily that hungry, or if you wanted to have a grab and go option to really get your metabolism firing and going to start the day. Well, I hope this little video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.